Hey, do you know that jolt of anger you feel when you're scrolling? That defensive trigger when you see a comment you don't like? That is a misfire. It is your 100,000-year-old brain failing to handle the modern world. We are drowning in a gladiator arena of information, and our ancient dualistic snake or wind brain can't cope. It's screaming threat at pixels. It's being manipulated, triggered, and turned against itself by algorithms and outrage artists. In the last video, we proved why we are trapped in this prison. Today, we're talking about the antidote. We are drowning in information, and we are trying to navigate this infinite digital ocean with a brain that hasn't had a hardware upgrade in over 100,000 years. Our brains were built for a simpler world, a world of dualistic choices: threats, not threats, us, them. When your ancestor heard a rustle in the grass, they made a split-second dualistic choice: snake or wind. Guessing wind when it was snake was a fatal mistake. So we evolved to be paranoid, trigger happy, pattern seeking machines that jump to absolute conclusions. Fast forward to today, there are no snakes in your Twitter feed. But your brain does not know that. That jolt of anger you feel, that defensive trigger when you see a comment you don't like, is a operating system misfiring, screaming snake, snake, snake at a string of pixels. And the marketers and algorithms know this. They are masters at poking at our primitive us versus them buttons to keep us addicted, angry, and afraid. We are stuck in a reactive loop, but there is an antidote, and it starts with a story. There is a famous ancient parable. A king brings a group of blind men into a courtyard with an elephant. The first man touches the leg and proclaims, "An elephant is a magnificent, sturdy pillar." The second man grabs the tail. "You are wrong. An elephant is thin and flexible, like a rope." The third touches the tusk. "Fools! An elephant is a hard, smooth spear." The fourth feels the broadside. "It is obvious. An elephant is a massive, leathery wall." They fall into bitter argument, each one absolutely convinced of their truth. Who was right? All of them? And none of them. We are the blind men, every single one of us. Our political party, our scientific theory, our religious belief, it's all just one piece of the elephant. And our gladiator arena is just a courtyard of blind men screaming at each other that their piece is the whole truth. This is a bit of a tragedy, and it's been like that throughout all human history. In 1847, for example, a doctor named Ignaz Semmelweis was hunted. The maternity ward in his hospital, ran by doctors, had a death rate 10 times higher than the ward run by midwives. He investigated and had a breakthrough. The doctors were carrying cadaverous particles, which are germs, but this was unknown at the time, from the autopsy room to the delivery room. His solution? He made the doctors wash their hands. Guess what happened? The death rate plummeted to 0. The facts were undeniable. The territory had changed, but the doctors were blind men. Their truth was, a gentleman's hands are always clean. To accept Semmelweis's proof meant accepting they were the killers. It was an identity-shattering idea. So they rejected the evidence. They ridiculed him. They ran him out of the hospital. Their certainty, their rigid belief, cost thousands of lives. This here is the sickness. So what is the antidote? It's not a new belief. It's a malleable mind. A mind bound by certainty is like fired pottery. When new, contradictory information hits it, it shatters. The doctors in that hospital were pottery. A malleable, non-dual mind is like clay. It can receive new information, assimilate it, and reshape itself to match the new, bigger picture. Here's an example. In 1895, the absolute truth accepted by the world's greatest minds was that powered human flight was fantasy. The great physicist Lord Kelvin declared, "Heavier than air flying machines are impossible." His mind was fired pottery. But two bicycle mechanics from Ohio, Orville and Wilbur Wright, decided to be clay. They chose a different belief. Humans can and will fly. We just have to solve the problem of control. Look, they weren't smarter. They weren't richer. They just had a better operating system. They reprogrammed reality itself by first reprogramming their own minds. This is the power you have right now. Now, let's make it personal. Two people, Alex and Ben, get fired from their jobs. Ben operates from a rigid mind. His identity is, my job is who I am. The moment he's fired, his program runs. If job loss, then identity equals failure. He's devastated. He's trapped. Ben is the program. Alex operates from a malleable mind. He feels the pain, but he does not become the pain. He observes the thought, I am a failure, and he asks one powerful question. Is this interpretation useful? No. So he chooses a new one. This is painful, but necessary. Course correction. Alex is the programmer. This is the practical training. The ultimate goal is to become the neutral observer. Because here's the most important distinction you will ever learn. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness of your thoughts. Without this awareness, we're just a sophisticated AI program. A thought pops up in our head, I'm not smart enough, and we believe it. We identify with it. That thought triggers a feeling of anxiety, which triggers a behavior of procrastination, which in turn proves the original thought. It's a closed loop. You are an automaton running code you didn't even write. Here's how you break the loop. Let's practice. You post something online. Someone leaves a nasty comment. This is the dumbest thing I've ever read. You're a moron. Your primitive mind hears snake, threat detected. You're flooded with cortisol. You're in the loop. You fight or flee. Your day is ruined. You are a slave to a stranger's program. But now, the non-dual mind, the observer, sees the comment. It feels a flash of anger, but then it steps back. It observes the anger. Anger is present. It looks at the comment neutrally, as just information. This is a reflection of their map, not my territory. This is their blind man piece of the elephant. You see, the anger has no loop to hook into. It dissolves, and you are free. This is the part that everyone gets stuck on. If nothing is true, why do anything? This is the great paradox. A mind that is only clay, a puddle, is useless. You need structure. You need a map. The key is this. You are finally free to choose your own structure. You did the hard work. You built a map as a kid to survive. The antidote isn't destroying the map, it's undoing your attachment to it. It's realizing that for the first time, you are the map maker. We're free because we've seen the 4 prisons. We know that all we know is that we do not know. And from that single point of total freedom, you can finally start to build a map that serves you. You can consciously program your mind with beliefs that are useful, not just inherited. I am worthy of love and respect. I am capable of change and growth. Every challenge is a source of data. When you install these sorts of affirmations into your operating system, your brain finally starts working for you and not against you. And this is the ultimate freedom. You stand in the chaos, see all the truths, and with calm, open mind, you are free to pick your own pen and write a story that serves you. This is the foundation, and from here, we can start to build a life of true balance. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to learn about this. And if you like what you saw, please hit subscribe. Peace out.